Good morning, YouTube! Today is Friday, January 24th. Free at last, thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. It is currently 10:33 in the a.m. I spoke to my BOR about an hour ago. Finally got some confirmation that the place is open. However, they don't usually start unloading until after 11. Since we're all 4 days late, first day opening, who knows how long the line's going to be when I get there. How many's going to be in front of me. So, I decided what I'm going to do is I was going to go over there and get some fuel because I needed fuel. I was almost on E. So I filled up this driver's side tank to help 72 gallons by itself. That's how low I was. So, I'm going to get fuel, go over there and get in lines. But while I was here, I noticed last night, I forgot when I was having this thought. Last night I noticed my diesel particulate filter was almost full. Had to do a regen. Ain't having enough fuel to do a regen. I forgot about it until this morning. So I got fuel, walked inside, grabbed a Monster, grabbed some sausages for breakfast. And now I parked back over here in a spot. I'm doing a parked regen right now. You know, I've been sitting all week, so I've idled a lot. You know, warmth and you understand. So I got to do this, get this parked regen out the way, let it do its thing before I can go over. So it's probably going to take about an hour. Last time I had to do something like this was about an hour because it got built up that much. So let this thing do the burning off, and we'll get over there in the next hour or so, maybe around noon. Get this thing unloaded and figure out where the hell I can go next to just have normal driving conditions again. But yeah, that's the update. Let's get this done and let's get this day going, baby. All right, we are here. There's my trailer. There's nobody in front of me. I just put to the dock. They told me to disconnect. They'll come out, put a glad hand lock on it, and it's only 13 pallets. So he said it shouldn't take long at all. So it's now 12:30. We got here about 10 minutes ago, and the regen took just at an hour, right? So now we're going to start looking for a load. We should be out of here in an hour or two. They said not long with 13 pallets, but when we opened it up, I noticed the pallet had came apart, so there's a couple manual stacking they're going to have to do, but ain't my fault. They need to wrap that shit better. So let me start looking for loads and see where I can go to get out of here to some open roads again. So I was scrolling through TikTok last night, and I saw this interview with a driver, which opened my mind to other possibilities. A company called Stage Call that goes on tour with events like Shelton, Gwen Stefani, WWE events. I just called them and talked to them. Unfortunately, currently right now, they're not bringing on any new owner operators because of just the slow season. But we talked, he answered some questions, and very interesting information. And that's the email he just said he was going to send me, right? Sure is. So, very, very intriguing. Sometimes when these tours can go from, he's like day 1 to day 100. You're with that tour the entire time. So there's a daily rate for owner operators. You're not chasing miles. It's a daily rate. Now, the daily rate on its own isn't great, and it's 7 days a week whether you're moving or not as well. So the whole time you're with that tour, you're getting that daily rate. Now, the daily rate on its own isn't that all impressive. They also give you what's called a hotel per diem or something, like $60-some a day on top of that daily rate. So some drivers, after you've been out on the road for a while, they'll use that per diem and they'll get a hotel room of some sort. But most drivers will just take that money and add it to their pay. And on top of that, you get your surcharge, what is on the national average, fuel surcharge, whatever the national average is like that week. he explained to me, like, currently right now their national average is 45 cents per mile. So he was like, well, what would happen is, let's say you drove 1,800 miles 1 week. It would take that times that 45, and that's $810. That's what they would give you back on your next check for fuel. So it's basically a reimbursement thing. Now, they offer EFS card, no EFS card fee at all, no usage. It's like, hey, I mean, it's like a debit card basically for you. You can say, hey, put $1,000 on this card for me, and of course that'll be deducted out of your settlement. But it's very, very interesting. And like, let's say you're at the end of the 4-month tour. I was like, well, say I don't want to take time. I don't want to take a break. I want to get on the next tour. I was like, how realistic is it to get one the next day? I say, well, that probably not the next day because tours start and end in different areas, right? So you might get lucky to have a tour start at that same time, but they'll definitely work you towards your next assignment if you want to take a break. And the biggest thing I had was when I was listening to this interview with the driver, he's like, he takes 5 months off a year. He said he was a retired driver. He came out there to work with him for a year, and all of a sudden 11 years has passed, right? So, and he pulls the WWE trailer. Now, getting on the WWE train would probably be cool because they're year-round, right? Right? But anyhow, you know what? The driver came by and talked to me the other night at Swamp Stop. I gave him a couple bottles of water, a pound of hamburger, and helped him out with his supplies. He said he was taking his load to the Superdome for the Super Bowl. So I wonder if he was part of Stage Call. I don't know. And then I hear about this I see this review. Anyway, right now they're currently not bringing on owner operators because I think I said that because of the slow season. I told them I'd give them a call back in a couple months, about mid-March or so, and check them out again. But that's been very, very interesting. He says once you're assigned a tour, you get all the cities and dates and everything ahead of time. You know everywhere you're going. What they do is, once you back up to the dock, that crew will empty out your trailer. The only thing we're responsible for is securing the load. So every time a shift's over, whatever was on your trailer at the beginning of that show will go back on your trailer at the end of that show. And during the loading process, you'll be like, hang on, let me secure this section, and so forth. So we're required to secure and unsecure the load on shipping and delivery, or loading and unloading. That sounds cool, right? Once you take an assignment, you're set for that assignment length, 3 or 4 months, whatever it is. You have your choice to take a break. Oh, well, I got sidetracked. Squirrel, right? That guy said he only worked 5 months out. He took 5 months off a year. So I asked this gentleman, I said, let's say I do decide to take a few months off. Is it like a termination thing and I got to reapply and come back? He went, no. We keep you active during the entire time. As long as we have a spoken agreement that we figure, we're on the same page. So I'll say, hey, I'm taking 3 months off. They keep you on the insurance. They keep you active under the MC number. All that stuff. There's no termination, rehire process or nothing like that. It's an agreement with the owner operators to where you work as much as you want or as little as you want, and you're under. Let me know if you know anything about Stage Call. Stage Call Specialized Transportation? Yeah, Stage Call Specialized Transportation. So that would be cool, knowing what you're doing every week, knowing what you're going to make every week. Consistency. Yeah, you'll be driving, like sometimes when concerts let out 10, 11 o'clock, they load you up, you're night driving. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't care that. And you say you're driving like in teams, like 4 or 5 trucks, 3 or 4 trucks, whatever. There's one team leader, one team driver. Let's say you get to a city that has a few days of shows. You're going to be there a few days. Let's say you have friends and family in that area. Say you'll talk to the team driver, say, hey, I got my wife, kids, friends, whatever in this area. Can you get us a few tickets to the show? And they'll get you some really good seats. Of course, you got to pay for it, but you have those things. And during these events as well, they have like a catering room for drivers in the back of the facility, to where you can go and have dinner. You have access to showers and such, and it's really cool. especially for someone like me who doesn't go home, right? Work that solid 3 or 4 months. Well, here's the rate. It was $5.40 a day is the base pay. 7 days a week. So let's do the, I didn't do this number, so let's do 540 times 7. That's $37.80 just on base pay, right? $37.80. Now we got to do the $67 times 7. That's the per diem. So $37.80 plus $4.69 is $42.49 in a 7-day period. Plus, let's say that $800 fuel fee, the fuel surcharge we just did was like $820. So there's $5K. That's your $5K gross, right? So it's not horrible, and it's consistent. You'll know where you. I don't know. It's got me thinking, right? I mean, and you've heard me say I'm bored with this consumer freight and things like that. Doing event tours would be cool. I'd probably park it December, January, February, or December, January. I don't know. Have you heard of Stage Call? Do you know anything about them? You ever work for them? Do you know anybody who works for them? What are your thoughts on Stage Call? I'm still in the dock. I've been in the dock for 36 minutes. I feel like I've been here an hour, but he still hasn't put a glad hand lock on my trailer like this guy said he would. But then the guy I talked to, not the guy he said was going to unload, but then the guy I talked to walked out to his truck and pulled off. So probably lunchtime for them. Right now it's 1 o'clock. So, all right, we're still here. Haven't found a load yet. All right, he just walked out to me handing the paperwork. I've been here for an hour. And I was like, man, I kept looking for the red glad hand. I was like, I figured you might have went to lunch or something. He went, nah, you went ahead and completely disconnected from your truck, so I didn't even put one on there. I'm like, cool. So most drivers just disconnect and pull forward, which I normally would have, but I'm right in the middle of the entrance to the lot, and I didn't want to block any of that. Or I was trying to avoid damage to my truck in reality, so let's do this. Take a picture of the POD, proof of delivery. Use photo, save. Put your back on the mount. It's kind of looking at load options, not much to choose from. So, and again, I wasn't sure, I guess, how long I was going to be here. So now that we know, I'm going to go to this TA right around the corner here. I'm going to go over to the TA and look for load and figure out where we're going to go from there. So stay tuned for that. All right, well, I'm still here at that TA. I just haven't been able to find a load. I mean, even going 200-300 miles, it's not worth it. It's not worth going after. I mean, and the reason it's not worth it. Now, if I could deliver like Sunday or something, like there's loads in Monticello, 140 miles away from me, Monticello, Mississippi, going to Laredo. I mean, after my day ahead, it'd be like $1.20 a mile, which sucks. It's horrible. Horrid. I know. But if I could deliver that load tomorrow or even Sunday, I would do it just so I can get out of here. Problem is, they don't have scheduled delivery until like Wednesday or later. And they're lives. They're not like dropping hooks. Otherwise, I'd go ahead and just do it and drop the bitch early. And there's like 6 of these trips, and they're all Wednesday or later. Even one going to Fort Worth, Wednesday delivery. Does nothing for me. It's live. Now, dropping hooks, I'll cheat. I'll get that shit off quick. I'll go drop it. Depending on where it's at, of course. But there's just nothing that makes sense to do. It's rough, man. It's rough right now. Nothing out of the east. I mean, I've done 300-mile searches, man. But the load board can pop up something at any time. I'm gonna keep stalking it. I think I'm gonna walk in here. They got a KFC in here. I think I'm gonna get some chicken. So I'm pretty much out of food in the truck. Well, I still got some eggs and I got 1 pound of hamburger. You know what? Let me see if there's a Walmart near me, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Is there a Walmart near me? Let's do a quick search. You Google Maps. Walmart near me. Close as one 4.1 miles from me. Alright, so let's copy that address. We're going to the Walmart app, see if we can't do a Walmart order. So let me do that real quick. Well, so much for that idea for delivery, because all the Walmart delivery times are full until there's no opening for deliveries until Monday from this area. So I looked at the Google Maps and didn't see anywhere to where normal truck parking would be to where I could drive over there. Walmart's a scary place anymore to even park your truck, even if you're going into the shop without getting a boot. So I ain't gonna risk that. Something's bound to pop up eventually, and that's what we're gonna be waiting on. Eagle eye on that freaking load board. Something's gonna happen. It's gotta. All right, so when I went out earlier, I said they got KFC in there. I was gonna go in there and see what kind of chicken they had. Hell, the KFC's not even opened yet. They're still building it. Don't get open up till next month. But the TA had a little restaurant area, and or like counter food, like whatever. Not like in a restaurant, but they have the counter food. Anyway, they had some baked chicken and some other things. So what I got a baked chicken dinner, which was 2-piece dinner. I had a breast and a thigh, and came with 2 sides. I just said, give me a double-sided green beans. Because I'm not doing 100% strict carnivore. I'm like dirty carnivore, I guess, because I still want some veggies from time to time. I'll tell you, that was really fucking good. It was really good. So carb level, a little higher because even green beans have a couple carbs in them. But overall, good meal. But I still haven't just focused on a load yet. I've been looking. And again, I got options for loads. Don't get me wrong, but they all deliver past when I need to deliver. I just need something to where I can pick up tomorrow now and deliver later tomorrow or Sunday, and then pick another one up. So I can at least get 2 more loads on this week to maybe salvage the week somewhat, right? Salvage the week and then make up for the deficit from last week because where we didn't get this last load off to one of the pay weeks. So that put me in the negative for the week. So anywho, is what it is. But that's going to be it for today. I've been sitting here playing Fortnite with a buddy of mine and looking at the board and just kind of chilling. So thanks for all the support, guys, really. And I'm going to keep pushing this because I really like this shirt, and I think y'all will too. So click the link in the description to go check out the new shirt, and it's just on the main page. You'll see it, the first 2 icons there, and check it out. $20.99, $21 for a t-shirt. Come on now, support your boy. I think the discount's still going on. All you gotta do is hit redeem and save 15%. I appreciate all the support. And if you do get one of those shirts, let me know. And when you receive it, take a picture of you wearing it and shoot it to me in the email. I would love to show it off. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.